Hello, Josh here. It's the first week of February 2013. It's day 4 of me being raw. I am in the deep end. I've been consuming raw food for 4 days now. Nothing that I know of has been properly cooked and put into my body, but I have hit some problems already. So I saw out being a vegetarian by having one final cooked pizza. Holly took me out and bought me a gourmet pizza with goat's cheese on it, which was lovely. And here it is. So, Thursday, 31st of January, I've done being a vegetarian. Well, not done being a vegetarian, but I've completed a month being a vegetarian as I set out to do. So that's good. Quite chuffed with that. I've spent all night tonight preparing to go raw. As you can see, I'm fairly haggard. I'm getting over a cold and I've got bright pink lips because I've been out in the wind all day and I'm absolutely shattered through not sleeping all week. I'm really, really scared. I'm absolutely terrified. It's such a shock having to decide what's going to be enough food, whether there's going to be enough goodness in the food you've chosen to keep you going for a set amount of time. And at the moment, obviously, I've got no idea what that entails until I've actually gone and done a few days of living in this way. I've got no idea what it's going to require to get me through days. So I've made all manner of foods for tomorrow, and I'm gonna have to see how it goes. I'm looking forward to it in a way, but right now I'm that tired and run down. I'm just really, really scared. Wish me luck. This is all the dried produce that I procured on Thursday night. And this is a piece of ginger I bought, which I thought looked like a cat. For my first raw breakfast, I had porridge with water and a banana. I made a smoothie for work of grape and spring greens. I used the stems of the spring greens and some other salad and stuck it all in a box, and then grated a load of carrot and parsnip, and I ate the lot of it. So on day 1 of raw, by 12 o'clock dinner time, I got a headache. I think I was partially dehydrated, and I partially just struggled in my first break at work to simply get the amount of food that my body needed for the exercise that I was doing as part of my work. So by 1 o'clock dinner time, I was feeling quite rough already. Then I had to finish the day working and then drive nearly 200 miles back up to Ripley with a headache and feeling pretty worse for wear. But it did mean that I was at the right end of the country to be able to go and see a definite top 3 favourite band, Old Crow Medicine Show, on Saturday. Check them out. Here are some other things I've been eating in the 3 days since Friday. This is the results of a whole blender of kale. It was rancid. I took 2 huge oranges and blended them into some pure orange juice. And then I took 2 bananas and a load more kale. So it was basically a lifesaver that Kirsty and Ryan's house, where I was staying, had got a blender which I was able to make loads of smoothies with. I've not really eaten a lot other than my seeds and dried fruit mix. But today I've had a lovely salad with a load of superfood sprouts. So I'll be honest, I'm really struggling with this. I'm well out of my depth. I'm craving food, just like normal food. I want normal food. I want bread, I want cooked food, and I want tea. I've been drinking water instead of my normal Red Bush, and I just want a brew at work when it's cold. I miss it. I think this is going to be a really, really tough month. I'm dreading it now. I'm not enjoying it at all. I want to drop out. I keep seeing things lying around, bits of other people's food, and I just want to eat it all the time. I'm having to constantly nibble on something. I don't feel full. I feel energetic, which is cool. I don't feel full, and I don't like that. I like feeling full. Something we take for granted, I think. I don't know how it's going to go longer term. I think the issue is finding staple meals that will stand over and over again rather than just a one-off. In the books that I've been lent, I've been reading about people going raw, and it seems that they don't generally go 100% raw straight away. They ease into it. So I've taken the plunge as usual and am now finding it very difficult. I've come up against some problems already which really made me angry actually. I went out on Thursday night and bought all kinds of food in preparation for going raw, and then upon visiting the health food shop in Bruton was told that some of it was basically redundant and not really raw anyway, mainly being cashew nuts. Apparently the way that they are shelled is very hard to do by hand and very time intensive, so they're heated up to crack the shells off, which technically makes them cooked. It seems that the main rule is that if a food has been heated above 40-ish degrees, then it has become cooked and it's no longer raw. So the nuts that I bought are not raw, because I've not bought them from the whole food shop, because they source theirs properly by people that have picked them and opened them by hand. And the dates that I've bought, I've got sunflower oil in them, which again, they've been heated up so that they soak the sunflower oil up. So that left me, before I had even started being raw, thinking, well, these products that I bought aren't raw. What do I do with them now? So I had to accept straight away that I'm not going to be 100% raw, because these products that I've bought aren't technically raw. So I'm aiming for 99%, which so far is going okay, I guess. It's not a lot of fun though. It's time consuming. I'm having to think about what I'm going to eat a lot. I'm going to have to plan it and prepare it. And then the actual just physical time it takes to eat it is so much longer. Realistically, in a working day, for example, I'm struggling to get enough food into my body. My quibbles so far with encouraging people to have a purely raw diet in their day-to-day lives is that, one, you have to live near a whole food shop, which certainly in my hometown in Ripley in Derbyshire, there's nowhere that I know of that you can go and get purely raw foods, or at least a decent range of them. You're limited to what the supermarkets can offer you and the quality that they can offer you. The other thing is that if you were to go 100% raw, as I'm trying to do, it seems that you spend more time sourcing and preparing food than is reasonable in a normal life when you're trying to balance a job and other pastimes, or cleaning the house, for example. So I feel that it might be a little over ambitious, and it might even have to be taken a little too seriously to make it a realistic thing to do. I'm not saying that extreme raw purism is wrong in any way. I'm just at a point at the moment where I feel if you were to make this your life choice, that is almost all you would be able to achieve outside of the regular mundane life activities that we undertake. At this stage, personally, I feel that as I strive to eat better and look after myself better, I shall definitely use it as a part of my diet, but I'm not intending on letting it run my life. No doubt, as we progress into the month, I'll get a clearer feeling on this, and I'll let you know. To finish up this week, I just want to say some thank yous for some exciting things that have happened. I've got a video camera, which is awesome. It's on long-term lend, and I'm very thankful for it. Thank you, Sean. Bruce and Kath kindly gave me a 25-kilogram bag of carrots. And my mum lent me a juicer for the month. Legend. I'd like to thank Joe for this easily accessible series of self-sustainability books that I'm dying to get my teeth into. So some big thank yous there to lots of lovely people. Thanks for looking out for me. It's nice of you. I'll leave you now, and I will see you next week, when hopefully I will still be on a raw diet and won't have caved into my fantasies of bread and butter. Goodbye.